Hey, my name's Tash. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. I am going to be testing a bunch of new makeup that a friend of mine from Berlin has sent me, and this is the final look. So if you are keen to see how I got here on this journey, please keep watching. I have a bunch of makeup that I have not tried yet, and I think today I might do it. So I've prepped my eyes, getting ready to use some of the palettes that I've got, and I've been given a bunch of stuff from my friend Carlo Fernandes, who's this incredible fashion photographer based out of Berlin. He sent me this little box that was just packed to the brim, full of amazing stuff. So I'm gonna use some of it today, and yeah, stick around and find out what I'm gonna do with all this. So he sent me three palettes. I've got the NARS Afterglow eyeshadow palette, the Naked Wild West by Urban Decay, and this Self-Care eyeshadow palette by e.l.f. Cosmetics. I think I might do I think I'm vibing this. I was gonna buy this, but I didn't have any money at the time, and then literally the next day I got this package from Carlo, which contained this guy. Cute, it even says most wanted on there. Aww. Oh, beautiful packaging. It's like kind of raised, like hard plastic. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh damn! Oh my god. So all the Urban Decay palettes always come with these little two-ended brushes. I now am the proud owner of one. Ah! Look at that color story, that is so stunning. I love this shade here called Bud. That's so Canadian to me. I love it. I think I might dip into Nudie. What does that say? Laredo? I don't know what that means. And then do like a nice, just basic look with Tex and Bud, because those blues are just blues always stand out to me. So let's just do a little cheeky swatch. We'll go 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, that's a good blue. This is giving me mad mermaid vibes. Oops. You know, it was my first time doing this. You know what? I said I was gonna do it. I'm gonna commit. All right. So first I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay eye primer potion. I always like make sure that I blend out the eyes, just because as you can see right here where my eyes kind of fold, there's a bit of makeup that kind of settles in the skin, so I always blend that out first, just using the same sponge that I used to tap this in before. And the beauty of this e.l.f. Camo Concealer is that once I tap that in and let it dry, it won't settle in my creases again, which is awesome. Because if it's super slippery, then it's just going to end up keep settling in those creases for me, which means that my makeup would look awful. So just with a clean finger, just going to tap that bad boy all over the lid. Now I'm going to use these brushes that also came in the box that Carlo sent to me. I'm going to start with their original shading brush. I'm going to go in with the darkest color first, which is Laredo. This guy here. And just press into the... Ooh. That's a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. Whoa. I like to look straight in to make sure that I'm getting all of that just outer edge here. Just pressing it in. So next I'm going to grab their Essential Crease Brush and go into the shade Nudie and just tap on around the outside of that. I'm going to go back in with this, just lightly tap into that pan and then scratch around the edge that isn't blended in yet. That is sufficiently blended. We go back in with Nudie. Drag that one around here like this. Now I want to kind of brighten up in here, so I'm just going to get a clean Morphe M433 and I'm going to tap into this standoff here and then just put it all over this like half of my eye. Put it into there as well, all the way up. This brush back into Nudie and then blend forward. Just down from here to the inner corner. Nice and easy. Back in with the original crease brush with Loretto. And just bring that a little bit forward as well. Okay, now I'm going to cut the crease with some concealer. I always put it on the back of my hand, just like that. And using the Morphe M224, it's going to dip into that concealer here, and then do a little eye roll so I can mark out exactly where I need to cut it. Now I'm going to grab back onto this brush here and just tap the Loretto just on the very edge here, just so it looks a little more smooth. I'm going to grab a Morphe M124 brush, that's one of these guys. I'm just going to pack it on. So just one dip into the blue and then tap that onto the, so that's Tex, shade Tex. Tap that onto there. Working quickly so that I can get it before the concealer dries. Lightly tap it in. And then we're gonna go into Bud here. I'm so excited. Then press that into that last little inner bit. Oh! Oh, I like that. And I'm just gonna go into a little bit in on that. So the shine is kind of a bit more on that harsher blue. And I'll go back into text, back and forth, just to kind of blend it in a little more to make this a bit darker on the outer edges here. And then just bring it in. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to grab my Morphe M506 and just tap into the fallout part. It's a little bit of fallout, that's fine. The fallout of text, and just kind of press it into this corner and just lightly diffuse it outward. Just to kind of blend the browns and the blues together. It's going to like gently flick it out in a gentle wing formation. And then I'll go back with my Loretto brush and then just ever so gently diffuse that out as well. Just by lightly scratching it. I love this brush. These brushes, I forget the name of them, they're amazing. Look at that. Made no work of it. I wonder if my finger would work better. Oh yeah. Brilliant. It's very mermaidy. It's like a greeny blue with like a slight gold sheen to it, which is really beautiful. Now, just in the theme of Urban Decay, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Eyeliner, gel liner. glitter liner, heavy metal glitter liner in shade Pyro. And I'm just gonna go on the outside of where that blue is, just like along here. It just gives it like a little extra like, ooh, boom, boom, bow, bow. Now I'm super interested in this Cowboy Rick. Love the name, Cowboy Rick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Tarte Little Mermaid. I always use this one for highlighting, like especially my little nose and the bridge and nose. But I'm gonna put it in my inner corner here. I'm just gonna just put that on the inner corner there. Yeah, it's got a beautiful shine to it. Oh, I like that. Okay, I think that's that eye done. I'm gonna put on my lashes and fix up this eye, and then I'll be right back. Welcome back. So I've gone off camera and done both eyes. I really love how the lashes look, because if I do something super bold, then I have a feeling it's just gonna end up like taking away. As you can see, there is a bunch of fallout underneath my eyes. This is why I don't do my foundation down here before I do my eyes, because if I do have foundation on and it sticks and drags and I have like a blue streak up my face, I'm gonna be really upset. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just a brush, whatever brush, and just brush off whatever I can. Some of it does streak out, which is all right. And then what I'll do is I'll get my micellar water from Garnier. And then I'm gonna take off everything under my eye, all of the concealer and everything, because I'm gonna put it back on my terms. Then I'm also gonna like cut almost the eyeshadow like this, so it's a bit more sharp. And that way I don't have to do a winged liner. I can just have my eyeshadow. Now Carlo sent me some lashes as well as everything else. Now he sent me these ones that I was kind of interested in. They're Lash Princess by Essence in Natural Effect. So I'm gonna use their glue on one eye. And then my glue on the eye. You know what? No, I'm gonna use their glue on both. I'll grab my weird shimmer sticky dude and just gently press them together so that they stick. And that way you can't see the gap between them. I really love how that looks. It's so subtle, but it makes such a difference. I really feel like if you're gonna do like eyeshadow, like a really like outstanding eyeshadow, a lash really adds to the full effect of what you're trying to achieve. At least that's what I think anyway. Like if you'd spend all this time making this bomb look and no lash, I really feel like it just doesn't frame it. Like fake lashes frame. Yeah, I really like these. It's really nice for like a nice soft whimsical look. Like it's not super intense, but on the side you can kind of see there's a bit more length. I'm all about makeup from every angle. Like sure, it looks good this way, but does it look good this way? Like what is happening here and here? Like I like lines and I like shines and I like everything in between. That's done. I'm gonna do the rest of my base. So I'm gonna start off by priming using the Juice Beauty Phyto-Pigments. This guy. Super runny. Put that all over the face and nose. Get up to the side here. I really like how this held up the other day when I wore it, so I think I might keep trying it out. I did get a pimple. I'm not sure if that's because of it. I rarely get pimples, so that was a shock. So whenever I get a pimple, it's usually because of makeup. I'm just going to use my Peach Perfect in the shade Swan by Too Faced and the Best Skin Ever in shade 04N. I'm going to mix the two of them together. Just because, like, the reason why I mix them together is not because I like the shade that it produces. It's the fact that I like the consistency of this one, but this one brings the color. So the two of them together make a really good combo. It's really white, as you can see, but it matches my neck. So we're sticking with that because I'm one of these people where my face looks tan, but it's actually just a bunch of freckles. Okay, now to conceal. Now what I'm gonna do is I have this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in a satin finish. I'm going to put this one under my eyes. It starts off looking super orange against my skin tone, like you can see there, but I really feel like it gives a bit more of a natural finish to me. Not that I'm going for a natural look, as you can see. And then Tarte Shape Tape in Glow Wand in shade Sunbeam. I like putting this on my high points of my cheekbone because it's got a beautiful luminosity to it, and I'll like blend that out, and it has somewhere for the highlighter to sit that I'm going to put on. Flip this round and I'm going to use this side of the sponge. Now I'm just going to tap into my waterline and then up along where I cut that makeup off to make that beautiful wing, and on this side as well. It's because you can still kind of see the concealer from my eye underneath. And if I put a bit of concealer on top of that, it kind of makes it a bit more seamless. Okay, now that that's all done, I'm going to start just tapping from the outside, very slowly going in towards the corner. Wait, which way? This way. Still trying to get in the habit of remembering that there's a camera here. I don't want to cover my face, you know? Carlo sent me this Givenchy. I don't know if that's how you say it, Givenchy. It's a matte finish and enhanced radiant loose powder. Now I don't know if that means that it's a setting powder or if it's a highlighter, so we're gonna find out. Okay, it's a face powder, but it's like 4 different colors. There's blue, pink, purple, and green. Bro, I'm nervous about using this. It says to twist it, I guess shake it, and then pat on the face in circles, up and down the nose and across the... Okay, so this is really beautiful packaging, by the way. It comes with this cute little face puff. I guess I'm gonna just tap out a little bit. Whoa, that's a lot. Ah! Okay, what do I do? Okay. I feel like I wasn't supposed to do it like that. Here goes nothing. Okay. Oh, that smells like perfume. Okay, I'm just gonna tap it around like that. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't make me too white. I'm always worried about, I don't know if anyone's ever seen that like James Charles photo where he's like had his picture taken and like the flashback from the camera made his face go completely white. That's my fear. And I went to a party, a friend's birthday party, and it happened to me. Like, we were using a Polaroid camera, and I was so white compared to everybody else. Granted, everyone else had beautiful glowing tans, everyone else is like, just of a descent where their skin tone is just rich and beautiful, and then there's friggin' me, this white ghost in the background getting her photo taken. I'll have to find the Polaroid photos. It's really funny. It smells like roses. It's got a heavy fragrance on it, which, whatever, fragrance is fragrance, right? I don't particularly love fragrance just because I have a very sensitive nose. And I only like fragrance when I'm putting it on myself. Okay, Givenchy, thank you. My Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Loose Powder in the shade Butter under my eyes, because I find that stuff works like a charm. So I'm just gonna quickly blend out the creases where it's settled in my wrinkles. It's gonna get a little bit on my sponge. I always talk about like stretch out my skin. Now I'll just get this Morphe E48. Clean up the sides of this. I'm just gonna tap into the Pro Filter and then just kind of dust around where I concealed here. I just want enough that I can like press it in, but also like dust away any excess that happens to be chilling. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my chin as well, just to set that. I know I put that Givenchy on there, but whatever. Now that I'm looking flat and matte, it's time to put some color back into my face. He did send me this beautiful Givenchy Prism blush, so I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna use my Sephora brand bronzer. It's the Golden Hour. It's got a little bit of luminosity to it, which I love. I use my Morphe E4, just do a swirl and then just tap onto the high points of my cheek and just blend up and around my forehead, on the sides of my face. Let's get all that good stuff in there. You can kind of see that there's a bit of luminosity on my skin from that Givenchy powder. I'm not mad about that. I really like that because then it makes me not as like cake face. Not that there's anything wrong with cake face, that's literally what I try to do here. But anything that makes me look a little less cakey, that's good. Okay, just go a little back and forth. I'll put a little bit on the top of my nose as well. And I like to grab my Morphe E62 brush and dip into my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in the color Rosewood. And I'll just stamp that underneath my nose. And just a little bit on the like outer tip of my eyebrow going in. I stamp, I don't drag. Now I'll grab just a random whatever brush. I like to use this one, which is the Morphe 173, to blend that in. Try not to go too hard because it will move the makeup, because this is a really stiff bristled brush. I don't know what its original intent was for, but she's stiff. I'll just kind of tap it like on the sides there just to blend whatever. And I'll use the same Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer just on my neck. So I don't like any luminosity on my neck. I I prefer it just to be like, it's not the focus, you know? My cheeks are the focus. And I'd like to put a little bit just on the underside of the chin and just kind of blend it round and come down like this. Just to sculpt the face just a little bit. So I'm looking pretty white. Brilliant. The Givenchy Prism Lash. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh, it's the same kind of packaging. So there's a peach, a terracotta, a rose, and a red. Oh, that's scary. Look at the tiny little poof. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna dust it out on the lid here just to, oh God. It's better not mess up because I have to go to work. I do not want to look like a crazy person. Okay. See, normally I go for a real pinky blush. This one's got a nice redness to it, I guess because of the red. But I'm really, that's beautiful. Just do a little up there. I like this. This is fun. Yeah. Givenchy? Oh my God. I love it. I love her. Like a little swirl and tap. I like to do blush on the tip of my nose. A friend of mine said this was the favorite thing, their favorite thing that I do to my makeup. They were like, whenever you put a little bit of pink on your nose, like a little, yeah, pink on the nose, looks so good. I was like, I'm gonna keep doing it then. Because I only did it for shits and giggles the one time because of TikTok, all the e-girls on there. I was like, I want to be an e-girl. So I just tried it out just for fun. Turns out I like it a lot. Okay, that's that done. I'm going to do the underside of my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Palette. What do we got for time? I got half an hour before I start work, so let's go Loretto. Now I like to do hangover eyes, which is like a trend that was happening in Korea a while ago, where they just color gently underneath their, like they'll like squint a little and color just underneath there. I'm not going to do anything too crazy because this look itself isn't super crazy. Like it's not what I would normally do. Cute. Yeah, and just kind of like makes me look a little more happy. I think, like, because you know when you smile and your eyes kind of pop a little, when I'm just kind of walking around, I kind of like how this looks because I look a bit more approachable. And as you can see, I work as a server at Truffle Pigs Bistro in Field, BC. Love this place. It's amazing. It's an amazing restaurant. I highly recommend if you're ever traveling through Canada, stop in. It's off the #1 highway. It's amazing. Now I'm a trashy girl and I really love having a white liner. One of my friends said that white or blue eyeliner is like peak trashiness. Thanks, Nick. But I've adopted it. I am trashy tashy. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm also gonna put it Cowboy Rick right here. Maybe I'll do it with my finger. Boom, that's what I wanted. Yeah. Oh, maybe a little bit there. Yes. Oh. Cowboy Rick. Okay, I'm just gonna use this little e.l.f. It's just like a little tester, but I think I really, really love it. It's got like, I don't know if I can show you. It's got all of the, I just realized I didn't even clean that off. It's got all of these beautiful bristles on there, but it also has this like comb side as well. And you can like brush your lashes out with it. I'm gonna try and do that. Yeah. Maybe a bit strong on that. But it brings a difference to the look, I suppose. we got Liquid Lipstick by Sigma in shade Suede. Look at me go. Ooh, that's a nice looking package. I like square packaging. Oh yeah, generic tip, love it. I don't like it when people go too fancy with their lips, their lip brushes. Thank you so much, Carlo, for this lipstick. Yeah, this is a beautiful color. I really like this. This is a gorgeous, it goes on really creamy, and it's like starting to dry, like quite soft. Still got a bit of stickiness just because it's still in the process of drying. Oh, now I'm gonna put on my final touch, little Tash Flare, because it's, I don't know why, like when I first started doing this, I was like really self-conscious that people would be like, that looks dumb, but it's now become like a safety blanket for me, where no matter what look I do, if I stick Swarovski crystals on my eyes, I feel more like myself. I don't know why, I just love them so much. Now it's like my thing. Now, last but not least, my favorite part of the day, highlighter. Now, Carlo sent me this beautiful package. This is La Rose highlighter in crystal holographic. I think it's by Lancome. Yeah, it's by Lancome. And just look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Like I almost don't want to touch it because it's so beautifully presented, but I also want to be highlighted, so we're gonna dip in. Okay, oh, I'm so excited. Oh good, doesn't destroy it right away. Perfect, okay. It's gonna go on the high point here. Oh, it's got like a pink to it. Oh my God. Yeah, that's nice. It's a beautiful, subtle highlight. Kind of adds a bit of like color to the cheeks a little. Let's put it all over that cheek. Yeah, that's gorgeous. What a nice, subtle highlight. This is going to be one of my new favorites that I do for any pink or nude look. I'll stick this one, but because I've got blue in my eyes and because I'm an intense person, I'm gonna add more. There's always room for more. Okay, so my latest obsession is this glowdient palette. It's just a bunch of different colors. You can do bronzer, you can do blush, and then you can do highlight, or you can mix it all together and do whatever you want. I'm gonna go the pink and the gold, and then just over top here. Just to kind of, I guess, fade out that pink a little bit and make it like go from gold to pink. Do a nice little shift. Then I'm just going to take just the gold, just do a little bit on my forehead just for a bit of dewy look. Yeah, and on my chin as well. Oh, and then more highlighter because your bitch gotta fucking live. Now, I bought, this is one of the first things that I ever bought, the first ever highlighter palette, or first ever highlighter in general. You can see she's old. It's the Alchemist Holographic Palette by Kat Von D. Love this. This is super pink, super purple, very much blue, and very much green. Like, the colors in this, let me show you. So I'm just gonna dip into the sapphire and just do a little bit on the, right there. Just, do you kind of see? I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but in person, that blue is so intense. So now I've got like a goldy yellow, blue, and then pink, so it kind of looks a little rainbowy. I don't know if you can see it, whatever. But in person, that's where it counts. I like this look. I really love this Naked palette. I said I was having some issues with it in the beginning, but I think that might have just been me packing it on too much in the corner and not being able to blend it out. That's my own bad. But that's the thing about makeup. I'm still learning. I'm happy to keep trying. But I love this. I'm going to be using this a bit more, and I'm very glad that Carlo sent this to me. Thank you so much, babe. Now that I'm all done, I'm going to set it with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Might be a little extra, but it feels really nice. So this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching through this segment of me testing out new makeup that I've got. I'm really excited because I have so much of it now, and I signed up to BoxyCharm, so I'm gonna be getting more. So this is gonna be a bit more of a regular thing, I think. So thank you again, and let me know what you guys think, because I'd love to hear. So that's all for now. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Cheers.